Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about MrBeast once again, and it feels like pretty much every time he uploads a new video, this kind of like same exact dialogue comes back around. So I apologize if this video seems dated or it feels repetitive, but it just like every time that we go through this, it just gets more and more annoying because it's like nobody from either side of this argument can see the other side's point, and it's just the same argument on repeat. Like there's never any new point brought up. There's never really a situation where, like, I feel like at least MrBeast is warranted, I guess, to be like criticized or anything like that. It's essentially just like the same situation unfolding over and over again, and like we just have to keep having this dialogue with people because if you're not aware, there's like a group of people, especially on Twitter, that like every time MrBeast uploads a new video where he does anything remotely philanthropic, where, you know, like recently I'm pretty sure he donated like shoes to tens of thousands of African kids. Like a month ago, he uploaded a video where like he cured a bunch of people's blindness and whatnot through a surgery. And like every time MrBeast uploads videos like this where he essentially is just doing something like honestly really nice, like going out of his way to spend all this money to basically help these people who are in need in some way, and then he'll upload it to YouTube and whatnot, and then from there, like there's just always this subsection of people on Twitter especially that just like go after him, right? You know, they'll say things from, you know, like just mild criticism of the world we live in, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have to have a rich YouTuber buying people surgeries to cure blindness, and that's something we can actually make the government do. And then of course you have people who just take it like to the furthest extreme, and MrBeast has somehow just invented like a new way to take advantage of people, and the exploitative nature of MrBeast is just absolutely unacceptable, right? So you just got like a lot of different opinions on this, really. I mean, like, from what I've noticed, most people tend to be on MrBeast's side because at the end of the day, like, people can say whatever they want, but he's doing something ultimately that definitely benefits the greater good of society by an extremely wide margin. But I mean, just with this whole situation happening again, I wanted to talk about it today. So MrBeast made a video on his channel called Beast Philanthropy, I should say, called Giving 20,000 Shoes to Kids in Africa. Now, the point of the video is very clear from the title. Basically, MrBeast and his team gave 20,000 shoes to kids in Africa because obviously a lot of kids in Africa live in extreme poverty. They don't maybe have the best supply of clothing and things like that to help take care of their basic needs and everything. So MrBeast went out of his way to help address this issue for thousands of children in Africa, you know, like going out of his way to do something nice. And keep in mind, this was not on his main channel. This was not on the MrBeast channel. This is on a channel called Beast Philanthropy, okay, which by the title of that channel, anyone who knows what the word philanthropy means can assume that this channel is in some way, shape, or form dedicated to or based around like being charitable, hence the fact that he made a video helping a bunch of African kids get shoes. So this isn't even like a main MrBeast upload. This isn't gonna get the viewership or the attention or anything that a video on his main channel would have gotten, which doesn't really contribute to the point. I just kind of wanted to point that out. But of course, now that MrBeast has uploaded this video and, you know, it's gone somewhat viral, it has 3 million views in 2 days. That's pretty damn good for pretty much anyone who's not MrBeast. I know most people are probably completely shocked now at the, you know, 40 million views in a day or whatever this guy usually gets on his main channel, but keep in mind, this is a smaller channel dedicated to like charity stuff. And of course, you know, this video got uploaded and people immediately took to social media to start, you know, basically complaining. That's what it really comes down to. Oh, MrBeast shouldn't have to be the one doing this. So in this video, I'm going to address a couple of main points that have been made in this specific argument that I've seen on Twitter about this entire thing. And I'm just going to talk about it because I feel like the people who are like arguing against MrBeast in this situation either A, have no idea how the real world works in really any way, B, they do nothing really to address any issue in society unless it's complaining about something on fucking Twitter and it's them putting down their Starbucks coffee in the morning to type on their iPhone about how oppressed they are because MrBeast uploaded a video helping a bunch of kids who were poor out. Or C, they just completely fail to understand how anything MrBeast does works, which is pretty weird because like it's pretty simple to understand. Like the MrBeast method of operation isn't something completely completely, like, lost upon us now. Like, it's pretty simple and straightforward. Guy makes extremely viral content. After years of learning and perfecting the YouTube algorithm, he makes a shit ton of money from it, gets a sponsor or whatever it is, and then he dedicates a bunch of that money back into his next content so he can continue to make greater videos. Now, has he definitely made some money on the side along the way, and even made some money doing really good things for other people? Yes, he has. But as I've continued to argue, I don't think necessarily people who do a shit ton of good things for other people shouldn't be financially rewarded. Like, if you're stepping up and addressing a major issue in society and you're making a little bit of money on the side from doing it, personally, I don't really see a problem with that. I think that's a great incentivizer to continue to get people who think outside the box, like MrBeast and his team do, to address these issues in the real world. Because obviously, you know, the governments and whatnot aren't really doing anything about it. You don't see the government going around and curing people's blindness by paying for their surgery. You don't see African governments out here, you know, donating 20,000 shoes to a bunch of kids in one of their countries. These are things that are oftentimes, if not pretty much exclusively, just done by people who have the money and the care to do it. The only difference is MrBeast films himself doing it, makes money doing it, and is able to, from there, grow the scope in which he does things like this. And people get mad about it. You know, they say, oh, he's profiteering. Oh, he's taking advantage. I honestly disagree with all of these takes. Now, let's say, you know, people act, oh, he's profiteering, he's making money off of these sad, legitimate issues. Yeah, but he's providing an actual solution for a widespread amount of people. You know, he's not taking, like, one kid who's blind, you know, making a video about it and maybe curing his blindness, but making a shit ton of money off the video. That's not how that works. This guy is at the point where he's dedicating each video to, like, helping solve an issue for thousands of people at a time. He's not helping, you know, just one offhanded kid that maybe he knows in real life or something like that, right? He's helping people in legitimately unfortunate and horrible circumstances. Let's just call it what it is. I mean, not every part of Africa is just a terrible place to live. You know, there are some areas where, you know, it's safer and there's cleaner water and there's better food supplies and things like that. But for a lot of kids in Africa, that's just not the case, man. Like, they're not sitting here worried about if MrBeast uploaded a new video on YouTube today. That's not their main concern. Their main concern is, oh shit, I'm walking barefoot every single fucking day. It really, really hurts. It's really, really wearing on my feet, and my life isn't as good as I want it to be. MrBeast is coming along and helping solve that, at least in some way, for thousands of people at a time. If he wants to make a YouTube video about it, honestly, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't care if he's a millionaire from it. I don't care. Okay, so let me sit this down like this. If there's one person who's like, oh, okay, I'm a millionaire because my dad was a wealthy oil tycoon magnate and I was born into the right family, and so consequentially, I've inherited millions of dollars and gotten millions of dollars handed to me by my dad. Or you hear that story and compare it to the next guy who sits down and says, hey, I'm a millionaire because I go around giving shoes to thousands of needy kids in Africa. Or I'm a millionaire because I mastered the YouTube algorithm and can make content basically around whatever I want. Or, yeah, I helped 1,000 blind people see for the first time by paying for their elective surgery that their insurance didn't cover or the government wouldn't do for them. So I hear those two stories, and I'm supposed to sit here and treat those as equals? Absolutely not. I'm sorry. I'm not treating those people as equals. This guy has gotten rich from doing something good and helping better millions of people's lives in some way. Now, of course, there are, just some people who are like, you know, pointing out that, hey, maybe MrBeast shouldn't have to be doing this. And I understand what those people are saying, even though it's oftentimes getting kind of just swept up into the general MrBeast hate and taken the wrong way by fans. I get what those people are saying, like, yeah, we should not live in a society, especially as the richest country on the planet, where me and MrBeast both live. We should not live in a place like this, and, you know, YouTubers have to be the ones paying for 1,000 blind people's surgery so they can see for the first time in their life. Yeah, we shouldn't have that kind of issue in society, but unfortunately we do, and none of the people who are complaining, oh, MrBeast is doing this, where are these people solving the problem? Where are they, you know, marching on Capitol Hill, getting rid of, you know, political lobbyists and all this other shit that have completely tainted our government? Where are they at? Where are they solving any real life issue? I mean, like I've said before, half of these people who are complaining that MrBeast is doing this shit are the people who couldn't be fucked to throw 37 cents extra to round that dollar up at fucking Kroger when they're checking out for kids who are starving to death across the planet, you know? They can't give the 37 cents up for that, but they're the first people criticizing MrBeast for spending $700,000 or whatever, helping a bunch of blind kids see for the first time. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. These people have no idea how the real world works, and, you know, they see a couple political videos videos on Twitter or whatever that tell them the government's corrupt. And this is just the way that they react. Oh, well, we should be doing more. Okay, well then do more. Do more. I don't know. Stop spending your time fucking crying about MrBeast on Twitter and go make some changes in government. You know, like all the people, all the Gen Z and everything who've been fucking complaining this long, we're all adults now. Go vote, you know? Go fucking run for office or something and fix these problems so YouTubers don't have to go around solving this shit for everybody. If you care that much, if you want to sit here and parade on your fucking high horse around so much like you're, oh, I'm better than MrBeast, you know, this guy's a scumbag, he's profiteering off of real issues. And it's funny because these are the same people that'll like willfully watch, you know, celebrities and whatnot participate in the causes that these people personally care about, and never then is it ever called out or questioned, like the intentions behind it, you know, when like every fucking celebrity on the planet just randomly gets behind these movements that everybody on Twitter agrees with because, oh, that's what the cool kids are doing these days. You know, when shit like that happens and all these celebrities get behind all these different movements and they pour money into all these different movements and do shit like this, you never hear a word or a peep about that because it's a movement or a reason that these people agree with, or it's a person that they like. But if it's a YouTuber that they dislike because he's rich doing good things for good people because, well, that's what his content is now, I guess, then all of a sudden it's just the worst fucking thing ever. Like, it's just such a massive double standard in society, man. Like, if Kim Kardashian went and bought 20,000 shoes to give to a bunch of kids in Africa, she'd be getting fucking praised on Twitter left, right, and center for the next 3 weeks about how this queen is just saving the planet with her generosity. She really went out of her way to help these people. But yeah, a rich YouTuber they don't like does it. Hey, guess what? Hey, that's a problem, bro. You're a fucking profiteer. You're a con artist, man. It just doesn't make sense. Now, like I said, I don't know. People make the argument like, oh, it's not moral for him to make YouTube content surrounding shit like this. Personally, I'm not going to sit here and argue the morality of content where pretty much every party involved is consenting to film and upload this piece of content. I'm not going to sit here and argue whether or not that's moral, but I really just don't see any sort of moral issue with this. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like, the way I see it is either A, we can have a government that's unfunctional, not doing these things, and a YouTuber can fill in and help a lot of these people to make content and make a little money on the side, or B, we can have a dysfunctional government that's not helping any of these people in the first place, and we can have nobody trying to step up and address the issue with all of the money that they make. You really get to pick your poison, and for me personally, I would rather somebody, maybe the wrong person in ideal situations, be the one trying to fix a problem than to have nobody trying to fix it. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Optimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, thinking the MrBeast hate is just stupid, and signing out.